Why don't we have a big home-cooked dinner tonight? You know, something special.
You want balloons or something?
No, I don't want balloons or something. I'm just saying something nice.
When don't I make it nice?
Make something nicer!
Make it yourself! The great communicator.
Is there anything about your on-screen family that perhaps reminds you of your real family?
Absolutely not.
No? And
I think there's a Rizzo family in all of us.
Right, right. Speaking of family, your daughter was in this movie. So I've heard you, you know, your reaction to her playing this role, but what about your wife? What did she think about this?
It's really not so much of a big deal for us, you know. My daughter is I trust that she's handles herself in a responsible fashion, so I don't, you know. And again, you know, the attire in the movie is pretty much how the girls go to the beach anyway these days. So I've been baptized by fire already with 3 daughters and several years of bikinis at the beach, you know.
Sweetheart, how's my future college grad?
You're wrong.
My wife thinks that I got a poker game tonight.
Instead of telling her you've been roped in an acting class.
My name is Vince Rizzo.
Now, in this movie, you were also a producer, you act, and I know you play percussion. How do you balance it all? I mean, at this point of the game, is it tough for you to memorize lines, to do all these things at once? And is there one that you prefer more than the other?
No, yeah, I produce out of necessity, you know, out of necessity of wanting to tell a story and just, you know, taking responsibility to try to get it to the point where it's been, you know, made. So it's trying to chip into that process, you know. I could have taken the position with City Island to say, I like it, let me know when you're going to start, you know, and the movie may or may not have been made, so, hey, but, you know, we might not be sitting here, or we might, but when you commit to produce something, you're challenging yourself to try to contribute, you know, try to accelerate possibly the process.
I'm sorry, are you doing a Marlon Brando impression?
Your character wants to be an actor. I know you've talked about your struggles as an actor. Can you tell us a little bit more about that? Because were you like 7 years without an agent, just trying to get a role here in Hollywood?
Yeah.
And how did your family react to that? I mean, you wanted to become an actor.
They were very concerned. I know they were very concerned. You know, my family had no connection to this industry, so for them it was a very foreign animal in a sense. So I'm sure they were very concerned for me because first of all, they were in a different city across the country. They had never been out here. There was no connection to family, or what if something happened to me? Who do I call? All those things you would normally think of as a parent. So I'm sure it was very difficult for them, you know.
Okay, Vivian, I've got to ask you, are your breasts continuing to grow?
What, Vince?
What? Does have a point there, sweetie. I mean, do seem to be getting a little larger in that area.
Nice, Dad.